All right, so this is Secluded Grove. And here, hold on a second. Let me get these cameras up here. All right, so we're on Secluded Grove, and you can see immediately he's gone ahead and started to expand a little bit here, sending out his arc ship as well. Yeah, the Morph Core going down towards that natural base. His opponent here running around with his dog, just getting the scouting done, seeing what's where. And yeah, I think that, this being Secluded Grove, a map like this specifically, right? Like the other two races don't really have flying units at the beginning, so I think that makes for some interesting opportunities for the Celestials. It seems like they'll be really good on maps with places that are hard to access early on, right? So a very fast expansion build here from Albino. Just going to go down and make that expansion immediately. Get that command post up right away. And Parting just kind of going towards the center. It's kind of a funny thing because look, it's like the way Parting's playing here, he doesn't have any sort of central base. Okay, another Morph Core comes out and he's just going to expand immediately towards the center. So he's utilizing the movement of the arc ship with like the production, right? Because it can produce while it moves. So he just like moves it towards the center so that he can get there quicker. Already you can see like an optimization set up by Parting here. And his opponent, already on 2 bases. So doing a good job himself. But this is Parting's 3rd base, basically. But if you don't have prisms on there, they're not mining as much as you might think. Now over here, this is that ability I was talking about before. What's it called? Sovereign's Watch, right? So he went ahead and threw down the power supply to be able to, or power bank, sorry, power bank. I'm still getting used to the names. But yeah, he threw down the power bank because that's like a pylon, and he's able to build a bastion next to it, but then he just sets it up to kill off the creeps. So you can see like Parting is doing like making everything do multiple things at once. So look at this. He flies over here. He's made another Morph Core to expand once again to the center base, right? So 2 bases there that can't really be attacked. So he's basically gone up to 4 bases, even though, again, they don't have any prisms on them yet. Those are expensive. And he's starting to throw down some more power banks. And yeah, it looks like he's just really getting his production flowing. So I believe we have 2 bastions right now, if I'm not mistaken. You can see that Morph Core, this is hilarious. The Morph Core comes over and is attacking. The Morph Core does so little damage, it would take 1,000 years to kill that Lancer. It's like, it really... it's almost pointless, right? Like, one Exo comes out and pushes it away immediately. But yeah, he's going to go ahead and put that down. And I believe we're going to get a link node up here probably as well pretty soon. Yeah, so some Argents coming out right now. Remember, these are the ones that have 50 energy, and for 10 energy, they can make their attack double powerful. And you can see the animation is different. It's like a bigger yellowish beam. Now he backs up into the power bank and actually gets that mana recharged. So it seems like it's almost like a shield battery rush of some sort. Now, it looks really strong, but you can see the Exos actually really chunk that guy down to half health, like super, super fast. And like just one of these towers is doing a very good job. But yeah, Parting continuing to set up more towers here. Just continuing to get some Argents out there. Hiding in hiding in the small trees. And yeah, Biokinetics Lab going. So he's probably just trying to get quick draw hustle right now to just be able to micro those Exos a lot better. Very, very important upgrade. Allows the basically boosts the attack and movement speed of Exos if they attack within every 2 seconds or so. So it's like, as long as you keep them super active, they do well. And we just saw there a Fabricator has gone down in the center and he's getting a lot of Therium there. He has had to make some prisms to be able to pick that up as well. So yeah, Arc Station has upgraded a little bit. Looks like kind of a weird turtled position here. He has the Argents kind of standing in between the natural and the third base here for our poor Vanguard player. Yeah, he has that quick draw hustle now. So starting to push forward a little bit there. And yeah, some link nodes being made. Those ones that you see with like the yellow things over them, those are basically, those are the link nodes. And those are the ones that you upgrade into a turret. Right, it also expands like where the pylon range is and everything. Yeah, and it's kind of funny because like you see this from parting and it looks like crazy strong, but honestly, looking at it, and look, he's getting some Kree out now as well. So yeah, he has some mainframes to start producing those. But you can see that the exos are actually holding their own just fine, it seems. We don't have any med techs in here yet. Might need to get some atlases to be able to push this all back as well. The atlas, of course, kind of being like the siege tank-esque type thing. You can see plenty of static D there to kind of slow him down. Again, a very turtled position here for albino. Yeah, a lot of mining going on right now. This is kind of a nice thing as well about the fabricators, because the fabricators can make those prisms. You don't need your arc station to necessarily be doing it the whole time for you. This is such a parting-esque strategy that we're looking at, by the way. The fact that he's just like taking the whole map while keeping massive pressure on you with forward buildings. It just reminds me of like every parting game I've ever seen. I do wonder if he's going to switch over to full-time Celestials, because he was playing very heavily previously with the Infernals. So it looks like he actually has made some scanners here. Yeah, has that rollout now for the Kree. Scanners being sent out in different directions. I think he's just going to get some massive scouting by these. You can see the amount of vision he's getting is absolutely absurd. So the Kree coming in. Yeah, he's going to go ahead and just clear that healing camp. Dude, the Kree and rollout are so good. Look, like the Kree in general, it looks like such a pain to play against. Watch this. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my God. And if you even kill them, they're just going to turn around and attack you. Oh, see, now he actually has some there that are going to die and leave some splash damage, but he didn't turn those around. As people get better, you're going to see those ones turn around immediately. It's like Banelings. It's like a Baneling that almost can't miss just based on what speed it is. Now it looks like we have some Vulcans being added in, some Medtechs as well. Just healing up over there. Yeah, he does have a couple factories now, so... Trying to fight a little bit. Vulcan not too good at this type of kiting, unfortunately. Needs to dash that back. Yeah, dashes it back, but Vulcan actually added almost 0 damage in that fight. His towers were really the thing that saved him right there. Not really that big an army from albino. Hedgehog coming out to help. I don't think the Hedgehog's going to do that well here either. These units don't look like they're units that the Hedgehog would excel at fighting against. Really looks like we need some Atlases out here, to be completely honest, or much heavier Vulcans. All right, another Vulcan comes out. Nice. Now we have the Sabers coming out. Okay, so Sabers are actually going to outrange most towers, I believe. And they definitely outrange this entire army. But obviously very, very slow. And all their abilities are really bad in battle, right? They're for escaping battle, possibly, or healing up afterwards. Oh my god, the Kree coming up, man. As well, look at this targeting as well. Almost erases that one Vulcan in a couple volleys. Targeting the other one, it does dash back some decent micro. The thing is, the Kree are doing so well on the bottom there. Just starting to cut through this base. Kind of very one-sidedly here. Look at this. He's going to explode in the mineral line with the Kree. Not quite enough. It's not like... you know, the health is higher in Stormgate than it is in StarCraft 2. So even though they have that Baneling-esque ability, you need like more than 1 or 2 to blow up a mineral line. But seriously, imagine just send your 4 Kree in there, man, and go after it. Now, there are a couple Atlases out, and he does have an evac to micro them around. So, like, this has the potential to be, like, really, really cost efficient. But he is going to lose that command center. Yeah, that command post. It doesn't look like there's much left here for Albino. I think that parting just got too strong a start on a map like this that has 2 island bases. You know, one thing I really want to mention, just thinking about this map, right? Because Secluded Grove has been a map for a long time. People tend to like Secluded Grove. I think it's a pretty fun map. You know, the center bases kind of make it interesting. But I wonder... Oh, I like that. He utilizes the scan thing. What is that called again? That's Zenith Scan. Zenith Scan to see that high ground. So GG is called. Parting wins that game. Now, I actually do wonder, looking at this game, when we... And we're getting into game number 2 immediately here. When we go, like, as the game evolves, I wonder if Celestial's design is going to make it so you can't have bases that are cut off by trees. Do you know what I mean? Like, the fact that you can see Parting fly over to a base that, like, his opponent cannot get to if they don't play Celestials, and just immediately, you know, start mining from it. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's not that big a deal. Maybe against Celestials in the future, you'll see people rush a little bit quicker and, like, pressure those types of areas more quickly. That makes sense. That could be. And by the way, we just saw, I believe that dog actually was blocking that from the Morph Core from actually making the expansion. So the Morph Core having an attack there actually was very important. I hadn't realized that you could do that, but of course, that makes sense. That's something you could do, like, for instance, on geysers in StarCraft 2. You could, like, stand on a geyser to stop other people from taking it. Anyways, we see this same type of move from Parting this game as he floats his arc ship over here. And he goes ahead, throws down the power bank, and he'll make a bastion there, but he'll also utilize, you know, Sovereign's Watch to be able to, you know, make that turret and clear everything. Oh, wow. Really excellent utilizing. The Lancer actually has a line of splash damage in a straight line from its attack, so he actually cleared that super fast. That was really good. I'm going to have to copy that. Being an honorable Vanguard player as myself, I got to pay attention to what Albino's doing here. Yeah, look at that, man. Damn. These are the quickest clearings ever. I love the arc ship just flying right over, man. Just going right across the map. No problem. This is Broken Crown Hinterlands, by the way. Yeah, so he's going to set up a secondary bastion there. And notice how this time he doesn't make a Morph Core to go ahead and make these... why do I keep forgetting the name of those? The prisms. The prisms. You know, the prisms can return the Therium directly to the arc ship as well. And there's another bastion. So he actually didn't make a bastion up at that top one. It looks like he just utilized that to maybe... look around up there. So third base coming up super fast here from Albino. I like how that spawns on top of the building. Yeah, so it looks like he has 3 bastions right now spread all around the map, but it doesn't matter where they are because remember, again, you can set a prime bastion where all the units made from all the bastions will appear at that one bastion. So definitely it seems like strategically it's probably a very good call to make your bastions spread out so you can just pop units out anywhere. So it looks like we do have some teching up going on right now. Going towards that factory, as well as another barracks on 3 base. Some more prisms coming out. Prisms, by the way, mine like 50 Therium before returning, by the way. Just a slightly different feel in the mining. Yeah, so some vectors right now. Look like they're going to help him clear a few camps. Not a lot of engagement so far. It looks like very greedy economic play on both sides. This game, much more from Albino than the previous game. And a little bit of creep clearing as well. And look at that. The Bastion that he originally made with the Arc ship, he's powering as well with that Fabricator. The Fabricator does have a ring of power that it gives as well. Really well thought out building placement here from Parting. I tell you, like, I've gotten to hang out with Parting quite a few times and talk with him and stuff, and he's crazy, man. Like, when these closed betas come up or whatever, like, he plays more games than anyone. Like, he literally does nothing but play. Before that tournament that he won, the EGC or whatever it was called, that Tasis and I cast the finals of, like, a few months ago, he played, like, 800 games or something. It was insane, the amount of games he played. And you can see he's already got this so well optimized. And look at this. He's running around with the vectors, but not... He didn't, like, come in here with the blink out ability. So maybe he'll utilize that to try to escape. Killing a lot of workers right now. Look at this. He's even used Bob Overcharge, which actually adds a lot of armor onto them. But still the vector's doing a great job. And he's chasing him down with the Exo and the Lancer, but that is not enough right now. Yeah, the turret going to be way too much for him. Flat cannon easily pushing him back. There's another one up here. Comes up to try to actually take out some of these. I feel like his vectors are doing a pretty good job. Really fast. I want to see him actually utilize their ability and see what that's going to end up looking like. Yeah, not really utilizing it right now, but dealing so much harassment damage. Look how annoying this is. Yeah, the flat cannon going to clear this up super easy. The Vector's doing a pretty good job there, though. Honestly, for 100 Luminite, 50 Therium, they're pretty damn strong looking. Stronger than I thought they would be against the Exos. Yeah, another group coming in now. It feels like Parting is just completely overwhelming him. Oh, look at that. Uses the Delta jump to get into the side. Does he call him back? Dude! Just killing whatever he wants with these things. I think Parting's just going to win this. Well, at least he salvaged it. So eventually that Delta jump does wear off, by the way. And then they aren't taking the double damage anymore at that point. Dude, this is crazy. It's like the one flat cannon is not doing anything. It's tickling them. Why is Terran always the weakest race? Why am I drawn to them? Why am I drawn to weakness? Yeah, I mean, Parting's just massing up everywhere. You can see he's taken over so much of the map at this point. It's getting bad. Couple scanners going around. The Vector's still just being just completely annoying inside the base. Look at this. Everything fits through small trees as well. You can clear that so easy. Well, I guess finally the Exos will be able to take these out. Nice. I think albino is not like it's hard, right? Like basically Parting's getting in there and dealing so much damage. He needs to get critical mass. You know, that's always something for Terran and Terran-esque races like Vanguard, where it's like, yeah, you have to have the army that becomes cost efficient. Without that cost efficiency, he's not going to be able to do it. And you can see Parting is just coming in for the kill. This is not something you're going to come back from. I think this is going to be game. This is a best of 5, though, so we'll at least go into a third game. Parting up a good 90 supply now. Really not much left over here. Gets a Vulcan out, but yeah, everything getting pretty heavily clean. GG. Parting goes up 2-0. Okay. I actually have not played or seen this map. Interesting. So Parting's showing us that you can play in a lot of different ways here. Gonna land that arc ship right away this time. Oh, double expand out here. Dog coming across. Gonna do a bit of scouting. So yeah, he did go barracks first here, get a Lancer out, I guess go clear some of these camps right away. Yeah, it's kind of crazy how quickly the one Lancer clears these camps. Really good to know. Quick Bastion coming up. You know, I assume he's going to make some Argents to go across the map, but we'll see. It's funny, there's, because there aren't really workers, like there's the Prism, I guess, but it can fly. You know, some of these other builds that we've seen utilized quite a bit. Oh, I like that. I like that. Just keep the Lancer over there and hold that. Now, you can't really, for instance, like you can't do any sort of dog rush or anything, right? And go up and harass the workers because it's like, well, I mean, I guess you could go after a Prism, right? But it flies, so yeah, they aren't going to do much of anything. Also seems, by the way, the Celestials have a lot of things that shoot up and down compared to the other races, I think. Kind of interesting. Damn, dude, the one Lancer just clears everything, huh? We live in a different world than during the last beta. I love that he's taking all these resource ones. Feels like a very good opener here for albino in that way. Yeah, doing a great job just getting these extra resources. Skeletons on spiders. Dude, you didn't know that spiders have skeletons? They're fucking space spiders, guys. Come on. Anyways, Hedgehog is out. Already quite a high level as well. Dude, he is getting like every single camp. Great opener here from Albino. For real. Now, here come the vectors from parting. Not too surprised to see him relying on vectors so heavily. Now, how do vectors do against hedgehogs? Because hedgehogs are fast as hell. Now, that was an excellent shield because, dude, that's a level 3 one already. So that's like a very good hedgehog. Unfortunately, looks like this Lancer will end up going down. Can't hope to stand up against the micro of mass vector. Do vectors beat hedgehogs? Honestly, don't know. Just on one factory at the moment, or mech bay, rather. So 4 hedgehogs out. The hedgehogs definitely play a bit different than they did when the game first came out. They were probably like the strongest unit when the game very first came out, but they've had some reworking for sure. Haven't seen them utilized that much. Saw Clem doing a couple interesting things with them, but yeah, we'll see. Because, I mean, he's got to do something to deal with these vectors, so not a bad idea. Oh, yeah. Okay. There you go. I think he figured it out. Okay, those 5 hedgehogs just railed. They almost killed 2. And really, he's lost like half health on one of them. So the vectors just have to get out of there. The vectors are not going to stand up against the hedgehogs. So that's really good to know. Now, that being said, I feel like, okay, if hedgehogs work well against those, I bet you they work well against Argents. They look to me like they work well against Argents. I think probably you want to go Kree against them, but I'm not 100% sure. Now, parting's still pretty heavy on the vectors. Pretty close supplies so far right here. All right, so he's taken over this vision tower. Good to see. Feels like a pretty big map. Still just vectors being made. And that was the ability, by the way, that I mentioned before. What is that called again? Evolution Catalyst, where you can just clear a creep camp with energy from that top bar. Cool idea. Vulcans being added in. Okay. Another morph core going across for another base. Very efficient way to expand. You know, it's not that many hedgehogs at this moment, so maybe just the massing here of these vectors is going to end up working out. So it gets in on top of them. Wow. Yeah, no, it really feels like that mech-based army is doing much better for Albino this game. All right, now the vectors are actually going to go towards that main base. Oh, my God. Albino saw him kind of go in this direction. Oh, okay, he came around the other side to defend. So he actually does come in. He only loses like 1 worker there and starts to clear this. All right, good try with the Vulcans. The Vulcans just like are too slow. I think the Vulcan is like one of these key units for the game where like it's one of the cooler units and probably one that I would imagine Stormgate wants to be associated with, where you like, you know, you think about like the Hydralisk and the Marine and stuff in StarCraft 1. Here, I feel like they want you to be like, oh yeah, the Vulcan is sick because it's like carrying that big gun and everything. But like, it feels like it doesn't have as much of a place in the armies. I'm like, I don't know. Like, Bio seems a bit better because it's actually quick. And then if you're going to go that big, why not just go Atlas? Because the Atlases actually seem pretty good. I didn't think the Atlases are going to be that good, but I actually think they're really good. Like, yeah, he did the little dash. He got a few hits, but you can see, like, he can't really control this that well, whereas the Hedgehogs, if he like really chases hard with the hedgehogs, he might actually catch a little bit and do some damage there. Now, a few Bobs being caught. Oh, God. Yeah, this Bob's terrible. True SCV brothers there. Yeah, the Vector's getting caught up by these hedgehogs. Good repair turret there. The repair post, rather. Going after the habitat. Just trying to pick off anything he can right now. The Vector's dealing a bit better with this than before. The thing about the hedgehogs is they shoot out all their missiles, then you got to wait for them to reload. So, like, if you're not microing them, they actually lose power. They need their micro. Yeah, the Vulcans absolutely cannot lose the Vectors, but the Vectors just run away from them. More hedgehogs coming out right now. Definitely some reasonable damage being dealt. The thing is, parting is keeping albino over here the whole time, and you can see the supply of parting starting to pull away a little bit. And don't forget, guys, this is still very much the early days, right? Like, this is before the game is even officially released. So everything you're seeing, like, we'll look back on games like this in a few years and be like, oh my God, everyone was so bad. People in Bronze League will be better than parting is right now. Well, no, maybe not that, but you know what I mean. Okay, a few Argents out there now. And there's the Kree. Dude, Kree are... This is my favorite unit from the race. Kree seem really good. They seem really good. Look at this explosion. Watch this. Dude, he gets 3 attacks off. He gets 3 attacks off after he dies. It's crazy. See, they're dead when they start blinking like that, like they are going down. And they get to attack 3 more times, then explode for 50. Wild. I already know that's getting nerfed. I already know it. Look at him. Ah! Where are those prisms going? All right, so right now we got a couple Argents, some Kree, some Vectors in here. Looks like the hedgehog's being microed very, very heavily here. Okay, so hedgehogs with super heavy micro destroy Kree. That we can see for sure, but that's not necessarily something you can keep up all game, right? See? It's like, well, I mean, technically you could kite here, but you do have to do other things in the game than just kite your army the whole time. So that does seem a little bit tedious. And GG is called, so yeah, parting gonna just win 3-0. And GG.